It really happened. It finally happened. We got ourselves Dying Light the Beast. Now, I've been gone for quite a while. My channel's pretty much been AFK. I've just been playing unrelated games that no one watches me play, but it's fine. It's me just doing my own thing. But let's just talk about what just happened in the world of Dying Light recently, eh? Now, I'm not going to go into detail like analyzing every single bit of the new trailer or anything, but I do want to give my initial thoughts on it because it's something that is quite surprising, to be honest. One thing I do want to say is that it being a standalone game can be seen as both a good and a bad thing. On one hand, you can look at it as Techland sort of acknowledging the sinking ship that is Dying Light 2. Bloody Ties, DLC 1 wasn't well received. The game hasn't been doing that well if you look at the player charts, even compared to its predecessor DL1 and anything like that. There's the whole DL points fiasco, the whole live service thing, a lot of issues that people have with the engine or the core mechanics of the game, yada yada yada. So them going away from that and making a whole new independent game in Dying Light the Beast means that they have the potential to basically just rewrite a lot of things from the ground up. They're not going to do that, of course, because this is just, DLC 2, but as a standalone, essentially. But them making it independent means that we could have some, good stuff happening, some core changes being made to the game that are sorely needed. So I'm really looking forward to that. But at the same time, I can totally see why people will feel betrayed by Techland believing to, support Dying Light 2 as Dying Light 2, a DLC 2 for Dying Light 2, where they could play with Aiden, that they've, they have 100 hours, 50 hours saved that they've been grinding their ass to get to Legend 300. Well, you need more than 100 hours for that, but you know what I mean. And then, they want to play DLC 2, but then all of a sudden they can't because it's a standalone. So it's both a good and a bad thing. I do want to acknowledge Techland for basically doing that and seeing that maybe DL2 isn't quite the hit that we wanted it to be. So if Dying Light the Beast is its own thing and it turns out to be an amazing game, then who knows? I think that's going to be a really good move for Techland because you won't have to buy DL2 in order to experience Dying Light the Beast. And of course, if you got the Ultimate Edition, like many people have pre-ordered, then you actually get Dying Light the Beast for free. So, there's that. Kyle Crane is back, and that's fantastic because, we all love Kyle Crane, really. He's just sort of that, standard Chad action hero star kind of character guy, right? And it's nice to see him, and a continuation to see what the hell happened to him after the events of the following, which they actually confirmed last year in during the 2023 Dying Light anniversary. I'll show the clip of that in just a sec.
What about the story? Like, I think you know that the end of the Dying Light was Dying Light following, and our lovely Kyle Crane get out from the quarantine, unfortunately with a virus, and he spread all of the pandemic stuff on the world. He's the first one that spread it out.
So with all that in mind, it's nice to see, Crane returning and being able to play as Crane here. But at the same time, it's kind of sad. We have Roger Craig Smith as Crane back, but now what's happened to Jonah Scott? What's happened to Aiden? It's kind of, it is what it is. And, well, I hope we do get to see some of them. I'll talk about that later, though, because I have a bit of a weird theory about Aiden's potential role in this upcoming game. But the color palette looks a lot more, washed out like it was in Dying Light 1. I hate using this word because it's been overused so much in the Dying Light community, but it does look gritty in a good way and not like your half-assed Dying Light 2 filters that you see. So I really hope that it retains this visual style when we get to the final game, and I hope as well that the map here that we're seeing in the gameplay is actually handcrafted and not AI generated shenanigans. So let's hope that happens. Now that's the end of my first impression sort of segment of this video. I do want to go on a little bit of a tangent here, which actually might take up most of the video length, because I've been looking around, I've been reading the Steam forums, I've been reading the, the frequently asked questions, the announcement page, looking at the trailer, and I can't help but think, come up, with a theory that, well, I think Aiden is actually going to be in this game. It's all but confirmed that he is in this game, and I think he's going to be one of, if not the antagonist for Dying Light the Beast. Hear me out. So on the Steam announcement page, the Steam store page for Dying Light the Beast, they talk about a mysterious creature in the woods. That's not Kyle Crane. We know Kyle Crane's whole beast mode thing, right? All the memes that we've seen over the past year, it's finally come to reality. But there's a whole nother creature that's actually associated with this thing that's going on. And since they've also confirmed, both on the official FAQ and on Twitter, that Aiden's story is not over, and that the story takes place after DLC 2. Which is implying basically that we're going to see him again, and I think Aiden is going to basically be this new mysterious creature that's in Dying Light the Beast, because despite every single ending being marginally different from each other in Dying Light 2, the one thing that they all share is that Aiden leaves Villador because he is too infected and is too afraid to, stay behind and, murder his friends like he did with Veronica, right? He doesn't want that to happen, so he leaves the city, and that happens in every single ending, no matter what, choices or outcome occurs. So there's that, and I'm pretty sure that he's gonna go out into the wilderness and eventually turn into some sort of beast-like creature, like Kyle Crane. Like what happened to Kyle Crane at the end of the following. Maybe he's something like Waltz as well. Who knows? But I reckon he's going to be this sort of antagonist entity, boss-like creature, or woven into narrative somehow that the player playing as Crane will have to face at some point. Will they team up? Will they fight? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure Aiden is going to be the the opposite side of the coin to of the same coin to Kyle Crane. So that'll be nice to see both Roger Craig Smith and Jonah Scott return, reprising both the roles of both Kyle Crane and Aiden Caldwell. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Not really much else to say other than this is probably, unironically, the most hyped I've been for Dying Light content since the release of Dying Light 2. And just because of the actual potential of this game, DLC/game, actually being good. Is it misplaced hope? Probably, but I like to be optimistic in these times when there isn't much optimism to go around, So, oh, I just bumped my mic there. I'm going to leave that in because I'm too lazy to edit that out. But hey, here's to Dying Light the Beast. Thumbs up, Techland. You dropped up a good trailer. So let's see what you got in store for us. Actually, now that I think about it, what the hell was this live action trailer about Awakening the Beast all about? What?